Have you ever stared into a fish tank late at night and wondered, do these guys ever get some shut-eye? They're always just... They're swimming, floating, staring. It's a simple question with a surprisingly complex answer. We see our dogs and cats curled up, dreaming away, but fish? With their eyes wide open, constantly moving? It seems impossible. Well, get ready to dive deep, because today we're going to unravel the secrets of fish slumber. Do they dream of electric eels? Let's find out. First, let's get on the same page about what sleep even is. For us humans, it's pretty straightforward. We lie down, close our eyes, our consciousness fades, and our bodies enter a state of deep rest and repair. Our brain waves change dramatically. We go through different sleep cycles like REM, and we're much less responsive to the world around us. Think about it. It takes a loud noise or a good shake to wake you from a deep sleep. That's our version of hitting the off switch for a while. But in the animal kingdom, sleep isn't a one-size-fits-all experience. It's more of a spectrum. For scientists to consider an animal to be sleeping, it generally needs to meet a few key criteria. First, a period of reduced activity and a specific posture, like lying down. Second, a decreased response to stimuli. They don't react as quickly to things happening around them. And third, this state should be easily reversible, unlike a coma. It's a necessary downtime that helps the body recover. So, when we ask if fish sleep, what we're really asking is, do they have their own version of this essential resting state? The answer is a resounding yes, but it looks very different from ours. Let us go on a tour of the underwater world to see what bedtime looks like for different fish. If you have an aquarium, you might have noticed your bottom dwellers, like catfish or gobies, finding a quiet spot on the gravel or behind a rock and just chilling. They become incredibly still, sometimes for hours. This is their form of sleep. They're not actively hunting or scavenging. They're in energy saver mode. Then you have your mid-water swimmers, like tetras or many types of cichlids. They might not lie on the bottom, but they'll find a calm corner of the tank, away from the main current, and just hover. Their fin movements become slow and minimal, just enough to keep them stable. They look like they've hit the pause button. If you were to gently nudge the tank, they'd be slower to react than during the day when they re-zipping around looking for food. What about fish that live in big groups? It's a similar story for schooling fish. While the entire school doesn't just stop at once, that would be a dinner invitation for predators, the group as overall activity level drops significantly. Individual fish within the school will enter a state of rest, relying on the safety of their numbers. It's like sleeping in a crowd. There's a certain level of security. They drift along with the group, conserving energy while the collective stays vigilant. Now for the truly weird and wonderful cases. Meet the parrotfish. These colorful reef dwellers have one of the most bizarre bedtime routines in the ocean. Before they settle down for the night in a crevice of the coral reef, they secrete a bubble of mucus all around their body. Yes, you heard that right. They sleep in a sleeping bag made of their own slime. Scientists believe this gooey cocoon serves a dual purpose. It masks their scent from nocturnal predators like moray eels, and it might also protect them from parasites. It's a built-in, all-natural security system. Imagine putting on pajamas made of jello every night. That's the life of a parrotfish. And then there are the sharks. The old myth is that sharks have to swim constantly or they'll die. For many species, like the great white, this is partially true. They need to keep moving to force water over their gills to breathe, a process called ram ventilation. So how do they rest? It's thought that they engage in something like sleep swimming. They can shut down parts of their brain while their spinal cord keeps their swimming muscles going on autopilot. They cruise along in a less active, semi-conscious state. However, not all sharks are like this. Species like the nurse shark or the white reef shark can actively pump water over their gills while stationary. You can often find them resting peacefully on the ocean floor, looking for all the world like they're taking a nap. So, while their bodies are in this resting state, what's actually happening on the inside? Just like us, their physiology changes dramatically. Their metabolism slows way down. This is the primary goal of rest, to conserve energy. Their heart rate and breathing or gill movement also decrease. In this state, they're using the bare minimum amount of energy needed to stay alive. This reduced metabolic state also means they are much less aware of their surroundings. Their response time to a potential threat is significantly delayed. This is the biggest trade-off of sleep for any animal. You're conserving energy, but you're also incredibly vulnerable. This is why fish have evolved to find safe, hidden spots to rest, or develop unique defenses like the parrotfish's mucus cocoon. It's a calculated risk that is essential for survival. Some fish even change their appearance while they rest. Many species will adopt a drabber, more muted coloration at night. This helps them blend in with their surroundings, providing camouflage from predators that hunt in low light. When they wake up, their vibrant daytime colors quickly return. It's like putting on camouflage pajamas. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the fish in the tank. Why doesn't their rest look like our sleep? The most obvious reason is that fish don't have eyelids. They can't close their eyes in the way we do. Their eyes are always open, which adds to the illusion that they're always awake. But just because their eyes are open doesn't mean their brain is fully processing all the visual information. It's more like a state of zoning out, while the eyes remain uncovered. Also, as we mentioned with some sharks, many fish need to maintain a constant flow of water over their gills to breathe. Even when resting, there's a certain level of automatic physical activity required to survive. This is fundamentally different from humans, where our breathing becomes an unconscious, automatic process that doesn't require us to be moving. For fish, there's no such thing as being completely still and unconscious in the way a human can be. Their brains never fully shut off in the same way ours do when we enter deep sleep. Scientists haven't found evidence of the same kind of REM sleep cycles in fish that we experience. So no, they probably aren't dreaming of chasing worms. Despite all these differences, one thing is crystal clear. This period of rest is absolutely vital for a fish's health. Just like in humans, this downtime is crucial for biological processes that can't happen when the body is active. It allows them to conserve precious energy that they'll need for hunting, evading predators, and reproducing the next day. Think of it like recharging a battery. Without this daily recharge, their systems would eventually fail. Studies have shown that if fish are deprived of their rest period, for example, by keeping the lights on and the tank constantly active, they suffer. Their immune systems weaken, they become stressed, and their overall health deteriorates, just like a sleep-deprived person. This proves that no matter what you call it, sleep, rest, torpor, this state of inactivity is not just a preference. It's a biological necessity that is hardwired into their DNA. It's a fundamental part of the rhythm of life under the water, just as important as finding food or avoiding danger. So to answer our original question, do fish sleep? Yes, they absolutely do. It may not involve pillows, pajamas, or closing their eyes, but they enter a state of deep rest that is essential for their survival. From the catfish lying still on the riverbed, to the parrotfish in its mucus cocoon, and the shark sleep swimming through the open ocean, the underwater world is filled with incredible and diverse ways of catching some G. It's a beautiful reminder that life adapts in fascinating ways. Sleep isn't a single, defined thing, but a fundamental need that every animal has figured out how to meet within the challenges of its own environment. The next time you see a fish hovering motionless in a tank, you'll know. It's not just bored or staring into space. It's recharging, dreaming its own version of fishy dreams, getting ready for another day in its watery world. Thanks so much for watching and exploring this amazing aspect of aquatic life with us. If you found this fascinating, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the natural world. Let us know in the comments if you've ever seen your own fish sleeping. See you next time.